Style. Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to my channel. Refuge Tea here with my Granny's Closet, back with another video for you guys. How's everybody doing today? I'm freezing cold. I have a sweater on. It is like 50 some degrees outside. There's no weather on my watch because I disconnected it from my phone and I forgot to turn it back on. But that's okay. We're not going to do a intro, you guys. You saw the intro to my video. You guys know where all of my links are. They're down below. If you're new, a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me today. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys. T-shirt of the day is Looney Tunes today. And blanket that I'm using, Spider-Man. I'm freezing, you guys. I'm really, really cold. Today's Tuesday. I didn't vlog yesterday because my husband was home. We chilled, actually went fishing yesterday, and we came home and barbecued. And we said a little prayer for the veterans who had sacrificed their lives, sacrificed their time with their family, and those that lost their lives for the benefit of us. So thank you to all you veterans. Thank you to the families who have lost loved ones. And we really do appreciate it. You guys have no idea. From the bottom of our hearts, we're praying for you guys. We're praying for everybody that has been affected by those that have lost their lives. And we are definitely going to be remembering them. All right, you guys, it is Tuesday, so it's Book Talk Tuesday. I am going to talk about a few books that I did purchase. I got this one at Savers, and these two at Savers. This one's Girl on the Train. It's by Paula Hawkins. It is a unaliver mystery, and it's about this girl on a train. She takes this train every day. One day, when the train makes its midway stop, she sees this couple on the deck. And from there on, she's just like, oh, she imagines herself there on the train or there on the deck with them, laughing, having fun. She just builds this imaginary time with them. And she even names them. She calls them Jess and Jason. But I'll read you the synopsis. Every day, the same thing. Rachel takes the same commuter train every morning and night. Every day she rattles down the track, flashes past a stretch of cozy suburban homes, and stops at the signal that allows her to daily watch the same couple breakfasting on their deck. She's even started to feel like she knows them. Jess and Jason, she calls them. Their life, as she sees it, is perfect, not unlike the life she recently lost. I remember watching this movie when it first came out. I didn't know it was a book until now because it's been circulating around Book Talk lately. And I was just like, wait a minute, Girl on the Train. That was a movie like in 2017, 2018, around there. Me and my husband watched it, I remember. And then I was just like, what? And I checked to see like when this was published in 2015. So I was just like, man, I could have read it, could have watched. So I'm going to read it again. I'm going to watch the movie. But here's the second part. Until today. And then she sees something shocking. It's only a minute until the train moves on, but it's enough. Now everything's changed. Unable to keep it to herself, Rachel goes to the police. But is she really as unreliable as they say? Soon she is deeply entangled not only in the investigation, but in the lives of everyone involved. Has she done more harm than good? So I don't really remember, that was Rocky. I don't really remember the movie too much, but reading the synopsis when I did, it brought up like certain parts of the movie, like when she would ride the train, like the memories of it. I don't remember the part where she witnesses something about the couple that's on the deck, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to read this, then I'm going to watch the movie again, and then I'll give you guys an update. Next book is In the Woods by Tana French. I think it's Tana French or Tina French, but it takes place in Dublin, Ireland. And not only is this book taking place there, but the author is from Ireland. And it's got the same vernacular, same slang as an Ireland person would. For me, it's different vernacular, different slang, and I don't quite understand it. I started reading it that first day that I bought it. which was, I think it was Friday or I think it was Friday. We were going to Savers because my son, he was like, Mom, can we go to Savers, the thrift store? I want to see if they have, Nerf guns, because his friends were coming over on Saturday. And I was like, yeah, they were going to have a Nerf gun battle and he wanted a new one. So we ended up finding actually a lightsaber. And then we took him to Target to go get the newest Walking Dead, what did I just call it? A Nerf gun, because it had a scope on it and he wanted that. So my husband was like, all right, whatever. But this book is ridiculously crazy. I read the synopsis on the back and I heard about it on Book Talk as well. But it's it's a thriller. So 3 children leave their small Dublin neighborhood to play in the surrounding woods. Hours later, their mother's calls go unanswered. When the police arrive, they find only one of the children, gripping a tree trunk in terror, wearing blood-filled sneakers and unable to recall a single detail of the previous hours. 20 years later, he is a detective now, and his name is Detective Rob Ryan, the boy that was found, who has kept his past a secret, and his partner, Casey Maddox, investigate the unaliving of a 12-year-old girl in the same woods. Now, with only snippets of long-buried memories to guide him, Ryan has a chance to uncover both the mystery of the case before him and that of his shadowy past. So that grabbed me, and I was just like, okay, people have been talking about this book as well on Book Talk, and I was just like, I'm going to grab it, I'm going to read it, and I want to know what it's all about. But I started reading it, and I couldn't really grasp or comprehend the slang that they're using and the vernacular that they are using as well. So I got to get used to it. And I think I'm just going to write in there what the words mean when I come across them and try to do it that way. And then just, go about reading this book. But I stopped at chapter 3 and it was really difficult. The next book that I did get, it was on Saturday when I was hanging out with my mom and my sisters for Mother's Day. My baby sister didn't come, but my niece did. So we went with my older sister to Barnes & Noble at this mall that we went to because they were like, oh, this is a cool mall. We can walk around. I was like, okay, cool, let's go. They had a Barnes & Noble there. And we walk in, me and my sister, my older sister, we gravitate to true crime. So I'm at the true crime thriller section for nonfiction, and she's at true crime fiction. So she's like going through, the real stuff, and I'm going for the fake stuff, made up everything. And she was just like, sister, come here. And I was like, what? She showed me this. It's called The Babysitter. And it was $17.99. I didn't end up purchasing it, but the physical copy, but I did buy it because I looked on my Kindle. I was like, oh, I don't want to pay $17.99 right now because we were going to Trader Joe's and I wanted to get some things at Trader Joe's, and I set myself a budget. And I was like, I'm going to do this. So blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I look on my Kindle and I see that the book is $3.99 from a $17.99 price. And I was just like, I'm going to get it. So I bought it. I started reading it. You guys, the first 3 pages is like, what? You didn't realize this? Okay. It is about a serial unaliver who was a babysitter to all these kids in the neighborhood. And this one girl remembers her and her sister were being babysat by this man. And by the way, the way that she remembers it is going down memory lane. She was like, I remember going into the grocery store, my mom, or the post office, or even the laundromat. My mom would be like, hey, do you watch kids? Are you a babysitter? If you are, can you watch my kids? And she remembers thinking, the young girl remembers thinking, dude, you just met this stranger and you asking them to babysit us? I'll be like, Mom, you tripping. I don't want some strange person watching us while you're gone. Well, she happens to come around the neighborhood handyman. He would go around to storefronts. He would go around to houses. He was well known. People would just call him and be like, hey, my garbage disposal broke down, my washing machine, my water heater. Can you come fix this? Can you come fix that? And he's like, yeah, for sure. I'm coming down. I'll fix it. Well, the mom asked this guy, his name is Tony. He's like, hey, Tony Montana, you want to come down here and watch my kids for me? Cool. Thanks, man. And by the way, I need this fixed. Dude, and she says, I recall like this is like the first 3 pages, okay? So I'm not giving anything away. She remembers like him taking them in his white work van, no windows. They would just sit and roll around while the van was moving. He'd take them to the woods. He'd take them to like this abandoned lake. He would take them to like these abandoned buildings all the time. They would go to the beach. They would swim. And man, I was like, that didn't give it away? Well, he would watch other kids in the neighborhood too, because it turns out he was a good, reliable source. You know, parents would be like, hey, I need this fixed, but also while you're fixing that, we're going to leave for a couple hours. Can you just stay and watch the kid for us while we go? Yeah, no problem. I'm here fixing. It's going to take me a couple hours. Go ahead and leave the kids. And everybody remembers him, and the kids remember him being like this cool dude. They would have so much fun with him. He would take them to get ice cream. Like, he was the coolest guy, right? And one day, 20 years later, the daughter remembers this, all this stuff. And she's like, Mom, I had this dream last night. Or she's like, Mom, whatever happened to Tony, the babysitter? And she was like, well, Tony, why would you remember him? And the daughter was like, well, I had this really weird dream last night. And it was about him doing something really horrible. Like, not to us. He was always good to us. I loved Tony. Like, she thought of him as like this cool older brother or father figure, some kind of, masculine figure in their lives, because they didn't have a dad with them. And they never knew their dad. So the mom was just like, she stood quiet for a second. And the mom was, a little bit of spirited lush. And she was drinking at that time, visiting her daughter and her daughter's husband for dinner. And she's drinking her gin and tonic. And she's just like, yeah, him? Turns out he was a serial unaliver. I was like, you didn't realize that with all those memories you just drudged up in the first paragraph? I was like, what the heck? So it's a true story about this man who was a babysitter, but a handyman. He would watch the neighborhood kids. But turns out he was a serial unaliver. And this book tells his whole story. It gives pictures, not about the victims, but it gives pictures of him, of the kids that he would watch and things like that. And I was just like, man, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. All right, I'm going to try to make this even faster, because the next book that I did get was the book about Chadwick Boseman. Now, this I found in the little free library at the farm down the way, and I was just like, man, you guys, this is so cool. It tells his story, his history. My son and I, Isaiah, he is a big Chadwick Boseman fan because of Black Panther, and we both love the movie Black Panther. In fact, he was like, Mom, can we watch Black Panther today? And I was like, yeah. So we planned on watching when he got home from school on Thursday. And I had just happened to go to the farm because we needed more milk. And so I went and I grabbed milk, and I decided, I'm going to go to the little free library. I open it. It's the first book I see. Mine. Sold. Here you go. Now, I do take books without giving them when I take books, but it's only because I go to my regular library. I buy like 20 books, keep a few out of the stack, and then I go to the little free libraries in my neighborhood and I restock those for, ladies that like mystery thriller, a few romance novels, and then I'll put them in the little free libraries. So when I come around and I don't have a book to give, I know I've already restocked them. People have taken them, so I can take maybe one, and then maybe one for my daughter if she wants a book, because she loves to read just like me. So, but yeah. It gives Chadwick's history and his movie history and his lineup for the things that he's done. Like, he's played Jackie Robinson. He's played James Brown. He's played a football player. Okay, last book is a book that my mom gifted me for Mother's Day, and I'm so excited. A Good Girl's Guide to Unaliver. And it is by Holly Jackson. You guys, it was only $8 something at, I believe it was Walmart. We went to Walmart, and it was the last one on the shelf, and I was like, Mom, I've been wanting to read this book. And she was like, okay, that's your Mother's Day gift. She put it in the cart. I was like, yeah! And there was another lady there, and she started laughing. Let's see. The perfect, oh, my earrings are stuck to my beanie. That, that's the thing that I have to risk. Like, my hair or my beanies get stuck to my earrings. So from what I grasped from this book, is that there is this young girl in high school. She's a senior. There's this, you know what, we'll read the synopsis, but from what I grasp is there's a unaliving that happens. She teams up with another boy, and they're both seniors in high school, and they try to figure out what happened to the boy. Like, they try to figure it out themselves. But let's read the back. This is the story of an investigation turned obsession. By the way, there are 2 more books in the series. One is Good Girl, Bad Blood, and the second one is As Good as Unalived. So here we go. Pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was unalived by her boyfriend, Sal Singh, who then unalived himself. It was all anyone could talk about. And 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. Now, a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project. At first, just to cast doubt on the original investigation. But soon she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might actually prove Sal innocent. Oh. And the line between past and present begins to blur. Someone in Fairview doesn't want Pip digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. What? I didn't know that. I was coming into this with a different POV. Just goes to show you form your own opinions, you know, do your own investigations. So that is it for Book Talk Tuesday. Right now, I am going to be crocheting the rest of this cardigan that I need to get done. And this is the cardigan for, it's the peacock cardigan. So, but I don't know now. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to see how it works out. But yeah, I'm really excited about these books. I am listening to an audiobook too as well. But I am bundled up, you guys, because it's freezing outside. It's like 54 degrees. Might be 64 now. But it's supposed to warm up by like 12 o'clock. It is 9:56. So I'm going to get going on this cardigan, and we will give the progress and see how much I can get done throughout the day. All right, let's get going. Okay, sorry, I had to fix the camera really quick, but I am back. It's been 2 hours. I was going to initially wait until I finished this row and then one more row, but I finished the turquoise color. I am on my third row of here, but I was like, you know, I'm going to update you guys in 2 hours, and it's 12:05. And I started like at 10 o'clock, I think. But I stopped to have breakfast, and then I am stopping again right now to have lunch. I think, you know what? I think it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I don't know. But I am, after these two, I have one more color to do, and then I start on the second panel. So hopefully today I can get almost done with the second panel, and I'm going to update you guys, but right now I'm craving a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I took my beanie off. It is warming up outside. It's like 70. Oh, yeah, it's like 78, 79 right now. In about 2 more hours, it's going to be in the 80s and like 82 degrees. So I'm going to enjoy, excuse me. I'm going to enjoy the cool weather right now. I'm still wrapped up in my blanket. I am watching Las Vegas, the show from like 1996, 95, 96. It's a really good show. And then it ended, I think, in 2005, 2008. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But it ended season 5 on a cliffhanger, and then it never came back. Me, my baby sister, and my uncle and my mom were all disappointed. But when we found out that they were bringing back the series to just re-air it, like reruns on Prime, all 3 of us, me, my baby sister, and my uncle were like, yes! And we've been watching it together every time. Because I've only seen the last of, I think like the first season I saw, and like the last couple of episodes of the last season. So I've never seen all of these, the whole like seasons 1 through 5. So I have been watching it. My husband watched with me off and on, and he'll laugh and crack up at like Mike and Danny's antics and stuff like that. And now that Ed is gone, sorry, there's fibers floating, and Coop took over the casino, I'm like, I don't like this dynamic. I love Tom Selleck, and he's really good at being very secretive, but I don't know. I feel like there's something sketchy about him. So we're going to keep watching. We're going to keep crocheting. I'm going to stop and go make myself peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then I have to work out for like 15, 20 minutes after that. And then we'll get back to finishing this up, and then I'll update you guys after I'll come back when I don't know, come back in 2 hours after I pick up my 2 youngest. I might even wait and come back after I pick up Isaiah at 3 o'clock and see where I'm at there, because when I pick up the kids, it's like an hour chunk that I can't do anything. I have to prep for dinner. Dinner, shoot, I forgot to take the chicken out of the freezer. Yeah, see, I get going on my projects and I just forget stuff. So, but yesterday I worked on my shawl. So I dedicated my day to working on that shawl. Today I'm dedicating to try and finish this. Tomorrow we'll see what we finish, but I'm determined to get this at least connected and have the border and the cuffs, time to do that later on in the week, but we're going to get stuff done. So I will check back in a bit. Okay, guys, I'm back. Last update of the day, because I'm going to finish this off camera. I am not quite done. I have to do the last of the 3rd row, and then do the 4th row, and then connect to create this. Ugh, jeez. I just had a snack. I had some string cheese and some meat sticks, so I'm burping all over the place. Sorry. Let's try that again. So I only have to finish the 3rd row and then complete the 4th row. I forgot once again to take the the chicken out of the freezer. So I just did that right now, and I have to start dinner in about an hour. So, oh well. But yep, I'm going to be finishing this off camera so that I can get it done quicker, and I have less to edit. My hair is still really frizzy and frozy, but I'm on episode 13, I think, of Las Vegas. I'm going to give it a rest for today. I'm going to watch a movie. I started reading that book again, the Babysitter. So yeah. But I'm tired. I'm not going to put this down until I finish it today. Hopefully, Lord willing, I can finish it today. This is just the first panel. I still got to do the second panel. So I will see you guys when I have another update for you. I don't know if it's not going to be today, obviously. I won't have another update for you today. So I will, regardless, tomorrow is going to be a new day. It's going to be a new project that I have to finish that I started last week. So let's see if I can get any of these done this week. Hopefully it's the bunny ears tomorrow, I think. So let's see how that goes. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. How's everybody doing today? I am in my car. I'm on my way to my local library because it is our monthly or our bi-monthly crochet meeting, and I haven't been to one in about 6 months. So I just thought that, you know what, I have a project I need to get done, so I'm gonna go and get it done at this meeting, at this crochet group get together. I'll record a few things for you guys to see the ladies there. I'm having some pain in my finger, and I'm gonna show you guys in a second. I was washing dishes yesterday, well, just washing one dish, and I don't know what it is about the beginning of summer, end of spring, but these giant friggin' ants are invading my sink. There's no dishes in the sink, and every time I use a dish, I wash it like I did yesterday. And I had left it on top of the counter before I washed it because it was a cutting board, and I had used it, put it on the counter, and then put the food in the oil that I was cooking food in. And dude, I go back like not even 5 minutes, and there's several ants on this cutting board. I don't know why this happens, you guys. Why is there so many ants? And these ants, usually we get the like teeny tiny little ants. This time they're these like 1 inch giant, size of my freaking pinky ants. I'm exaggerating, of course, but they're huge. Well, it bit me. You see that? It bit me. And it hurt really bad. Really, really bad. It burned so bad that the pain went through my whole, like through my finger, down this one, and up to this one. So it was kind of like I got bit in both fingers. It hurt super bad. But now it went away, but it puffed up and went white. And then today I have this nasty little hole. And then this weekend on Monday, when we went to the lake, my daughter got stung by a bee. And the first couple days, your bee sting because of the venom. Let me roll up my windows. Ow, that hurt. I don't know if that's affecting the audio for you guys, so I'm sorry. But she got stung by a bee in the first, like on her foot, on like the bone below your big toe. And she screamed. She was like, ah! My husband picked her up. We rinsed her feet off, and the stinger was still in her foot, so I took it out, rinsed it off, cleaned it. But man, her foot is swelled today. But it's gonna go down because like the first couple days, like the first 2 days, I guess the first 48 hours, you're beasting like swells, and then the swelling goes down, the pain starts to recede. But it takes about like 3 to 5 days, for my daughter at least, to like for the pain to go away and whatnot. So she got stung by a bee, I got bit by an ant, and both of us feel like there's still something in there, but it's not. It's just the pain is just residing in that area. So fun times. But those friggin' ants, man, those stinking ants. Ooh, look at that pretty car. I don't know if you guys can see it. Did you see it? Did you see it? I'll pause it and put it right here. But man, so I'm on my way. I'm almost there to the library for our crochet. And it starts at 10:30, ends at 12:30, so it's about an hour or 2 hours. I think it ends at 12. So it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And then I like to walk around the library. I do have a library card, and look around for books to read. And right now I'm listening to an audiobook, reading a physical book, and reading a book on my Nook. But I don't know what it is. I want to get a book from the library today. But I haven't actually read anything or listened to anything. So technically I have 3 books open. I just haven't read any of them. So Girl on the Train, I'm going to read. But I checked on Amazon Prime. The movie, we have to rent it for like $3.99. So, but I just got to the library. I will take you guys in there for a little bit. You'll watch me crochet. I need to ask permission if I can record everybody there. But I still have 4 minutes. I brought a little snack because I'm fasting this morning. So it's 10:26. I'm going to eat my snack and then I'm going to go in there. So I think I'm going to take off my sweater as well and my beanie because I look a little over snuggled, and it's warm in my car. So I'll see you guys in a bit.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation. I regard the work of motivation the most important work in the history of man.
Yeah, that's funny. Everything that happens is motivation.
Hey guys, so we're finished at the library. It was really cool, but I was able to get this yarn because they have like yarn all over the place, and as you guys saw, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna take that for my snakes. And then I got these little tiny ones, you guys. They're Christmas colors. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with these. I think I might make ornaments out of these, but my stomach is growling. All I had was that cheese and a couple of sticks of meat. So I'm like, ooh. And then I go into Sorry, my it was lit on my phone. And then I go to the back of the library because they have like, they sell books back there. And I found this right here in this Clark, all by myself alone. And it says, scared the heck out of me. I was like, oh my gosh. And I don't think I want to read the synopsis. I want to go into this blind. And I think I'm going to start this one today. Because I told you guys I wanted to get something. And then the last time I went to the free little library at the farm, they didn't have any adult books. So I got Nicholas Sparks' See Me. I got another Nicholas Sparks book, Breathe or Every Breath. And then I saw these two and they were so happy that I got these. They were like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So A Court of Mist and Fury and A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is the first and second book in the ACOTAR series. So really excited. I'm sad they didn't have the third one because somebody could have came in and just like got in that third, like I could have got the whole series for them, the first, second, and third books. There is a fourth book and it's about one of the older sisters to the younger sister that the first three books are about. But let me adjust this really quick. But they didn't have that there, and I looked, but I really had to use the restroom. I had nowhere to put my stuff, so I couldn't put my stuff anywhere to use the restroom. So I'm just gonna stop at the little library, drop off the books, and then go home. And I did make progress on my cardigan, on my Hexie cardi. It is 81 degrees right now, so I think I'm gonna turn my air on because, again, I'm sorry that I allowed the air to overtake the sound. Sorry. I'm turning the air on because it's 81 degrees, but it's very gloomy outside. It's overcast. The sun is not out, but it's super hot. It's like not quite Texas heat, not quite Japan heat, but it's like dead heat with like there's no moisture right now. So that really sucks. It's just really hot. Oh my gosh, they're landing. There's people falling from the sky. The skydivers. I tell the kids, there's people falling from the sky. Anyways, so I got to a certain point in my cardigan where I'm on the third row of the first turquoise color. So I'm upset, not upset, but frustrated because I just realized that I'm going to be playing yarn chicken right now with this third row and the fourth row. I have to go see if I have any more of that yarn at home. I don't think I do. And if I don't, I'm probably going to have to go to Hobby Lobby on Friday because tomorrow I have a luncheon. I might be able to go tomorrow morning. I have a luncheon for all the volunteers at my kids' school, and they called me yesterday to remind me. So I have to go at 12 tomorrow to the school, and they're holding a volunteers like thank you for volunteering for the school year and always being there for the kids, blah blah blah. So yeah, but I will show you guys when I get home the progress that I made on the Hexie cardi. And so that's it for right now. Alright guys, still Wednesday. I just came back from picking up my younger two from school. It is now 2:06 and I wanted to show you my progress, which is going to probably be the last update for today because I have to leave in an hour to go get my oldest. And then my day gets away from me. However, last night I stayed up until I finished this half of the cardigan. And I've got to say, it's looking pretty good. I like it. And it's going to get trimmed in this gold. So, woohoo! So, when I was telling you earlier that I had started the other half of it, I think I told you that. If not, I'm sorry. I'm telling you now. By the way, t-shirt of the day is my birthday present from Pam from 2 years ago. Pam's Crochet and Knit Corner. She gifted. I don't know what's wrong with my speech. I'm having a speech impediment problem right now. Probably because I'm getting a little bit of a headache, and you guys know that when I get my headaches, I start to have trouble with my speech. So, we're gonna go here real quick. I have this last little bit, okay? Now, if just this, I would be like, okay, I have enough to go around one more time with this length. Maybe halfway around. I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I'm only halfway done with the third row. So I think I'm only gonna have enough to finish this for the third row and maybe a little bit of the fourth row. But let's get our hook. I showed off my hooks today. I was like, you guys look at this. And when I was crocheting, the young girl next to me, she was like, what does your hook say? I was like, oh my Gideons. I was like, one of my really good friends had this hook made for me by this really cool girl. And so of course I was talking about Z, and I was talking about jesshandmade. So let's see. I was finished watching Twilight. I almost got finished with Eclipse or New Moon last night. Don't ask me why I'm going through. Ooh, the sun just got hidden by the clouds right now. Let's see right now how far I can get. And I started this first row by the time I got to the library for my crochet and knit meeting. So I only have this much left. So let's see. I'm playing Yarn Chicken right now, you guys. It's really depressing. Hold on, let me fix my pants. My long hats are showing. So I'm going to put on Twilight or New Moon, and I'm going to turn my TV, and then we're going to get this done right now. Okay? Right now.
Everything that happens is motivation. Everything that happens is motivation.
I lost just the first row. Like, I didn't even finish the first part of the section of the first row. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to go to Hobby Lobby because I am all out of this turquoise. I call it eagle green. I'm cutting my head off there. I'm all out of this turquoise eagle green, and I'm also out of this sea blue, and it took a whole skein of sea blue, and I don't have any sea blue at all. Sorry, the end of New Moon is playing right now, so I'm gonna pause it. But that is my update for today. I don't have a yarn band for this turquoise, but I know they have it at Hobby Lobby, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, that's it for today, you guys. Morning, guys. It's Thursday. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh, it was a night. It was a night last night. I did my hair and my makeup because, well, just did brows and lashes. I was going to do my lashes while I was talking to you guys. All I did is put mascara on. My baby sister really hates me because I don't curl my lashes. My lashes are very thin and opaque when there is no mascara on, but they're very curly. So when I put lashes on, they naturally just curl. And the more mascara I put, did I say I put lashes on? So when I put mascara on my lashes, they curl. And the more mascara I put, the more they curl. It's just because they get wet and they curl. And the only thing that keeps them from completely curling is the mascara. It's quick dry. So I have to get that, and I have to get waterproof because, I'm gonna start my bag. Because my eyes water a lot when I wear mascara. So that is one of the reasons why I don't wear makeup, foundation, or anything, because I have eczema and I have really dry, sometimes dry, sometimes oily. It just depends on the season. Right now, I have dry skin. So I put cocoa butter, like a body butter, cocoa butter base with coconut oil and all the oils on it at night before I go to bed, and in the morning I rinse it just with water and rinse it off. But that is my skin routine. I don't do like abrasive scrubbers. Sometimes I do a scrub, but it burns my face because I have little to no oils anyways because of my eczema. So I don't really do much in the way of that, and I never use anything with chemicals. So because that literally burns. I'll have like red patches. It burns. Anyways, sorry, I just spent like the first 2 minutes explaining to you my skin routine. Sorry, guys. All right, so again, it's Thursday. Last night, I told you guys about the Hexicardi. I ended up not going to Hobby Lobby today because I just didn't feel like it. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna start on a new Hexicardi, a watermelon one, but I was like, I said I wouldn't start new projects this week, but I really need to get Hexicardis out there because I only have one left. But last night I finished more of Andrea's flower bag. I didn't record it because it was really late. It was dark and I didn't want to record anything last night. So I made this half of the bag. It's going to be pretty big. So this half of the bag is going to like square like that. It's going to have all these, what Andrea calls them are those starfish. No, nerdo. They are, they're flowers. But the reason why I haven't vlogged this morning, and I've been working out, lost track of time, and I needed to work out. It was like important that I worked out. So I did that, but I feel like I need to do my braid again. I don't know what other people put in their hair, or if their hair is just all one length and none of their hair frays in their braid, or they secretly do it when hair's on a place. But whenever I do a braid, my braid just frays. And I feel like I just did it like 10 minutes ago. I need to do it again. Sorry, again, tangent. You guys know, if you watch the beginning of the video, if you're coming in just minutes in, I am ADHD. I go off on tangents. Sorry. Starry-eyed, sorry. All right, so, and what I realized after I made all of these darn stinking starfish flowers is that they were supposed to be connected by the points of their petals like that. And I didn't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a white octagonal. So like a 6-point hexagonal, hexagonal. I don't know. How do you say that in the plural sense? Hexagonal? I don't know. Somebody school me. How do you guys say hexagon in plural? I don't know. I'm just saying it hexy. So I'm going to do a 6-point star because there are 6 petals here. Yeah, and then I have one flower that's purple, I think, that has only 5 petals. And I was like, dang nabbit. But if I don't need to use this, I won't use it. So this is just a spare. Technically, I do need to use it because I counted and I did an accurate count. But one of these petals here has an extra post in it. And you can't tell which one it is, except for me. I can tell which one it is. Actually, I can't. Oh, I found it. But you can't tell. So if I use this in one of these corners here or in the top portion where I don't need as many petals in the top portion. That'll work out. But when I do the hexagon border on these flowers, then I will connect them as I'm doing the hexagon. So I'm probably gonna do like a 6 chain and then go around them again with a single crochet, just so that it has, because I feel like if I do that, I'm not gonna need as many, because I'll have one here, then I'll have one here, and then I'll have one here, 2 here, because one on each side, and then 2 more here, and then we'll work our way up. And I feel like that's not going to be too difficult. So I'm going to work on that today. This is all I'm going to work on today. I'm going to do my nails because I like to wear nails to special occasions. My nails are frail. Gosh, Ferrero. My nails are Ferrero Rocher right now. See, things like that I would take out and put in the blooper reel at the end. But I don't have time to really edit too much tonight, because what I do is I vlog throughout the week, edit Thursday night, then I add my Friday close out or whatever I'm going to do on Friday, and then I'm going to, and then oh, there's the baby pink, but there's not a lot. And the baby, look at this, is all that's left of the baby pink that I have right here. Because I was trying to figure out another, don't hate me because you hate me. Oh my gosh, what was I going to say? Oh, and I'm taking this project to, actually, you know what? I might take this project with me to finish it today, to the luncheon. I think I'm going to take this project with me to the luncheon because I'm almost done with it. But tomorrow I will go to Hobby Lobby and get the rest of it. What was I telling you guys? I like to wear fancy nails and get all dolled up. I wanted to wash my hair and wear it straight and be all fancy free. I don't know if you guys know anything about ADHD other than what I tell you guys, but there's a lot of things that we think about it and we're just exhausted thinking about it, so we talk ourselves out of doing it. And one of those things is washing our hair. I don't know what it is. I have really long hair. I just recently cut it. I took like 6 inches off a couple of weeks ago, and I'm loving it. It was past my waistline, like in the middle of my butt. Now it's like right here, so I'm happy about that. But my ponytail goes like right there. My ponytail is really long, and that's up high. It's semi-high in the middle of my crown ponytail. So, I don't know what else to tell you guys other than I'm going to take that shawl with me to the event. Maybe I'll record a little bit so you guys can see, but hey you guys, so I'm back. We just got out of the little luncheon and it was so much fun. We got an award. I'm going to show you the award. We had sandwiches from Jersey Mike's, chips, there was salads, there was pineapple and watermelon, there was cookies, there was sodas, and I grabbed a plate, but I didn't eat anything. I can't eat it, so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna bring it home and let my husband have that, because we're having pasta for dinner and neither one of us can have that either, so he's just gonna eat that plate. But here's my certificate. Now the spelling of my name is wrong, but that's okay. And I'm only showing a portion of it because the bottom part has the school's name and the principal's name, so I don't want to show you guys, but you guys know my first and last name, so it doesn't matter. It says, in appreciation of their invaluable volunteer services and contributions to the school and the PTSA during the 2024 and 2025 school year. So all of us got one of these awards, these certificates of appreciation. It was really cool, and the principal was just like, hey, your first name, I should get this right because that was my grandma's first name, but I didn't call her by her first name. I called her grandma, and we all started laughing. And I was like, oh, I know what he's gonna do. Because in school, everybody would always be like, right. So I knew when he was gonna say my first name. And I was inclined to do the same thing that I used to do when I was in school and be like, just Ruth, just my middle name is Ruth, that's it, just say Ruth. Because I can already see them trying to form the R and have difficulty with my name. So I had that flashback again. And I never really got awards in school either. It was just, I never got awards in school. But I got one right now. And what we do for the kids when they get awards is we take them to go get their favorite fast food for dinner. And then we take them to the store, Target, Walmart, wherever they want to go to get a toy. And they have a spending limit. So I texted my husband this picture right here of me with my award. And I said, I got an award today. Do I get my favorite food and toy for getting an award? It was so funny because my food would be a 3x3 meal from In-N-Out with grilled onions, french fries, and an iced tea, no sugar. And then my toy would be like, can we go to Barnes & Noble and I can buy a book? That would be my toy. So it was funny. I was like, I got an award. My first award of my entire life. Yeah, so, but I was on my way to the school and I was like, you know what? I wasn't going to bring my crochet. I wasn't going to bring a book at all. And I decided, you know, I was almost here. I'm going to go back. So I turned around, busted a Yui, got home, ran upstairs, just grabbed the first bag of project bag that I saw, grabbed my Mary Higgins Clark book, and threw it in the car, and I got here. Well, it's a good thing I did because we let out about, let me see, 25 minutes ago we let out. So it lasted an hour. And the kids get out in about 25 minutes. So we were just standing there talking, having fun. And I was like, I'm glad I brought my project bag and a book because now I'm sitting here crocheting. And I was like, oh, you know what? I might as well vlog. And so I'm crocheting while I'm vlogging. But, and I'm sitting in the line. I normally park on the other side by the exit. And I was like, should I just have parked right there? But I was like, you know what, it's okay. I'll park in the line. I'm third in line, so my kids can just hop in and we can just take off really fast. So I'm like, it gives me a little bit of an advantage being here earlier. And I'm glad I went back to the house. Otherwise, I would have been like, okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go grab my yarn, my book, and then drive back here and sit here and wait for the kids to get out of school. Or I would have just stayed home for an hour and waited because I live 2 minutes away. So I leave my house at 1:30 and then wait 15 minutes for the kids to get out of school. I just sit in the car or I walk back and forth. I do my laps, get some exercise in after my lunch. But when I get home, I'm going to have me a cheeseburger now that I talked about In-N-Out. I'm like, ooh, that sounds so good right now. But yeah, that is it for right now, you guys. I just brought this shawl. So I'm going to watch Luke Cage. I'm watching Luke Cage right now. You know what? In fact, let me tell you something. Luke Cage, I'm not a fan of the acting for some of the actors. Let me get that straight right now. Some of the actors, like the actor who plays Luke Cage, I'm not a fan of his acting. However, I will say this. I'm not a fan of the acting in Jessica Jones. I'm not a fan of the acting in Iron Fist. And I'm watching all three of those series. Me and my husband watched Daredevil and The Punisher. And we were like involved. We were involved. I couldn't watch an episode without my husband. We were that involved. And normally we like comic book TV shows, but this one, for some reason, and his acting, the actor that plays Luke Cage, his acting in Jessica Jones was way better. Like way better than his acting skills in his own series. I will say this though. The director and the writers have a lot to do with the actors and, you know, how they're directing them and the things that they're saying. So I'm watching it, and the Jamaicans have just made an entrance, and then we're at like maybe episode 4 of season 2. And my friend Anna, who volunteers at the PTSA, she does way more. She's on like the staff for the PTA. I'm just a volunteer. And she is Jamaican. She's from Jamaica, born there. She moved to New York, and then she moved to Southern California. But she still very much has her Jamaican accent. Or she was just like, don't even get me started on the Jamaicans. I was like, that's why I'm asking, because I just watched the first 3 episodes that have the Jamaicans, and she was like, first of all, they got the most non-speaking Jamaican you could find, and he does a horrible job on the accent. I was like, I thought he did a really good job. She was like, that's because you're not from Jamaica. And it was so funny. Oh man, I was cracking up. She was like, we're not even gonna talk about this anymore. I said, okay. But I'm on that episode. I think it's the 4th episode where Luke Cage and I forgot the actor who's playing the character who's playing the Jamaican man. But in New York, in Harlem, you have Jamaica Town. So it's real. I would love to go visit Jamaica Town and Little Tokyo, or Little China, and Little Puerto Rico. That's it for right now, you guys. I know I took you on a long journey for about 10 minutes, but I'm just gonna sit in line, wait for my kids to get out. They get out in like less than 20 minutes, almost 15 minutes now. So I'm just gonna sit, chill, crochet, watch the rest of the Luke Cage episode that I started before I left the house. And I'll give you guys an update maybe tomorrow or later today. I don't know. I do have to delete some of my memory, because right now my video is telling me that, hey, you only have this much time, so I gotta delete some stuff. Or yeah. Alright guys, I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Hey guys, it is a beautiful bright Friday morning. I am on my way. I'm just about exiting. I just got into Temecula right now, and I'm exiting right now to go to Hobby Lobby to get the yarn that I need. I just left Walmart back where I live, and it took me about 20 minutes to get here to Temecula, to where Hobby Lobby, Joann's, and all the fun places are. So I am going to Hobby Lobby first. I am going to make a pit stop at Barnes & Noble, because my kids were like, Dad, Mom got an award. And he was like, I know, she showed me. And I go, you guys, I got an award. What do I deserve? What do I get? And they were like, Mom deserves her favorite drink, her chips, and a toy. And the boys were like, and when we say toy, we mean a book. And my husband was like, yeah, Mom deserves a book, babe, your toy's a book. I was like, yeah. And he goes, okay. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. So I went and I got my root beer, my sugar-free root beer. Joshua had been giving me like little baked hot Cheetos all week, so I have those. And I don't need to buy hot Cheetos. I can only have a handful anyways. And Barnes & Noble is right here around the corner from Joann's. And I'm going to stop at Joann's because I've been seeing these people buy, or I don't know if they're on sale or if somebody just jacks them, but the neon green shopping carts from Joann's. And I'm like, I want one of those so bad. So we're going to go to Joann's and see what's left. Because I don't know. I forgot my watch. So I don't know if I can, but we're gonna go to Hobby Lobby first. I'm gonna get the turquoise yarn that I need, the 2 skeins that I need for that, and then I gotta get black yarn because my next hexi-cardi is gonna be a watermelon hexi-cardi, so I need black so that I can do the little black watermelon seeds. But I have the red at home. I think I might need just one more red. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on whether the yarn's on sale this week. And I have like, I think I have fiber like tangled in my eyelashes. So I keep like winking. But we're going to go do that. So, because you know where I have my fiber my polyfill in that small corner right there. If I'm able to get a shopping cart, I'm gonna put it in that corner, and the fiber fill is just gonna sit in that shopping cart. I'm so excited, but I don't know how much it's gonna cost, or if we're able to take one. I don't know, because people are like, I did a thing, and they put the shopping cart in their back. They don't say whether or not they took it or they paid for it. And I'm hoping that there's some left, because what date it is today? What's today's date? It is the 30th. Oh, my son texted me. Isaiah's not feeling good. He woke me up twice last night, and he was just like, I don't feel good. And he woke up this morning with like a froggy throat. So I felt really bad. He's homesick. So we're going, he asked me to get him something to eat. Oh, I hate when people park over the line. And I don't have like a big car, but I don't have a small car either. My booty sticks out all the time. All right, we're at Hobby Lobby. Let's go get this yarn. Okay, yay. It's 30% off today. So we're gonna go. But I just remember that they have this red yarn that has black flecks in it. And I think, let's see. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I do this yarn? It's showing up a little bit brighter on the camera, but it is darker. But I need to get one of these. I need to get maybe one of those. And I need to get a turquoise. This one, I believe. Oh no, it's not it. That's not it. I need to find the turquoise. They don't have it, no. I think that's it, but it's, oh man, and then I need to get sea blue. This isn't it. This is it right here. Arctic ice. Let's see, is that one? Doesn't say. That was said mint. Oh, here we go. Oops. Oh, that's glacier. Oh, this is it, I think. Ocean. Please tell me that I'm not gonna. Is this it? I think that's it. Sea blue. There we go. We have that one. It's gonna take one whole one of those to finish my Hexicardi, but that's the turquoise, but it doesn't. It's a different yarn lot or dye lot. Dang it. And this one is actually like antique teal. I want the actual turquoise color. Okay. I'm gonna stand here for like 5 hours trying to figure this out. And then I'll get back to you. It might be a red heart. So I might have to go to, because the Walmart that I went to earlier doesn't have a lot of yarn section. So I think it's a red heart. So I'm gonna check at the Walmart on my way home, because that one has like one giant aisle filled of yarn. So all right, I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back in my car. I got the sea blue. Okay, so here's what I got. So I thought I had the green, and I was like, oh, because it's gonna be all red connecting together. And then I'm gonna do I'm gonna add a couple of rows around the wrist. I don't know. I'm going to do 24 rows of red. I think I have enough red. I don't think I have enough red. I didn't buy the red. If I need more red, I'll come back next week, or tomorrow actually, because they're closed on Sundays, and I'll go back on Saturday. But I got this because it looks like watermelon rind, not the rind, but the outer part of the watermelon. And then I didn't have enough mint, so I got the mint, and this is for the rind. All right, and then I needed baby pink because there is another hexacardy that I'm gonna make. I think it's gonna be like a, I don't know, it's gonna be something. And then I got this for the seeds for the watermelon. And the only one that I was able to get for the hexacardy I'm working on now is the sea blue. So right now, that's all I got. And it was like $22 because everything was on sale, and that's 6 skeins of yarn. And honestly, guys, I haven't needed to buy yarn in quite some time. So, because I just use what I have in my room. So I'm really glad that I don't need it. All right, so I came to Joann's. There's no shopping carts, and it is closed for good. You can't go in it. There's shopping carts inside of Joann's, but they're closed for good. I thought I had one more day, but nope. There is no, it is closed. Okay, so the only option I have is the one in Riverside or the one in Corona by the farmer's market that I do. I have 15 minutes until Barnes and Noble's opens, but I don't feel like waiting for that, so I'm just gonna go straight to Walmart in Marietta. Okay, I'm at Walmart and it's not here. Here's the yarn. I'm gonna have to put this hexacardy on the back burner until I find a similar color yarn, which is really, really upsetting. And I want to get this. I want to get this one, and they have 2 of them, so I want to get both of them, so I can make a granny square shawl. But this is the yarn aisle at Walmart, my Walmart. I love, love, love this colorway. That would be a beautiful snake. But I'm sad. It's okay though. I think that's gonna be the end of my vlog though for this week. I failed on my mission. I'm just gonna have to start a new hexacardy. Oh, look at how pretty this one is. All right, I'm back home. A series of craziness today. I cannot finish my hexacardy because I can't find the color. I went to Hobby Lobby. I went to 2 Walmarts. Tomorrow I'll probably stop off at Michael's on my way home. And then you guys remember early in the weekend I told you that I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm reading an actual physical book, and then I'm reading a book on my Nook. Well, the physical book that I'm reading is this one. The audiobook that I'm listening to is called The 7.5 Unalives of Evelyn Hardcastle. This book is ridiculous, okay? And then the book that I'm reading on my Nook is The Babysitter, the serial Unaliver babysitter story. I do have to stop off at Barnes and Noble as well. That's right there in like the same shopping center as Michael's. So I don't mind stopping there. You guys know that my mom gifted me this book for Mother's Day, and Isaac said I could get a book for my award yesterday. So I got the 3rd book in the series. Sorry, my alarm just went off. I have to do this pretty quickly. I have to leave in a few minutes to go pick up my other 2. Like 10 minutes. Isaiah's lying down right there on the bed. He's still not feeling good. But I found this book in Walmart on the let's see. It was in back of 2 other books in a different series by this author, Holly Jackson. I almost said Holly Black. But I called my baby sister because I'm listening to the 7.5 Unalives of Evelyn Hardcastle. And I call her and she goes, yeah, she's at work. And I go, I'm so confused. She was like, what else is new? That's my baby sister. She's funny. So I was like, Bubba, I'm listening to the audiobook of 7.5 Things. And she was just like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to understand it. I go, but the thing is, I want to understand it. Do you have the hard copy? And she was like, no, I have it on Audible. I was like, okay, me too. So I can't, I go, but I want to buy it. And she goes, okay, go to Barnes & Noble and get it. It's cheap there. I said, okay, cool. But then my mom, I get these, but I'm missing the book in between. And we're talking about these books. And she goes, I don't know what I couldn't find it at 2 Walmarts. I couldn't, I don't know. It's obviously gonna be at Barnes & Noble, but I think they're all out at Barnes & Noble, but she told me to check at Target. So I'm going to go check at Target, and Target is in the same shopping center as Michael's and Barnes & Noble. So I'm good to go. So tomorrow on my way home, I'm going to go check those 3 areas for yarn and 2 books. However, her and I came up with this grand scheme. I'm going to return these 2 books because between these 2 books on Amazon Prime, you get all 3 books for $19.99. And if I return these 2 books, it's going to be $19.99 with tax. It's going to be like $20. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to call my mom, see if she has the receipt for this. And I have the receipt for this in here. I'm going to return these 2 tomorrow. And I already ordered the 3 books, paperback, of course, because this girl is not an expensive hardback purchaser. But anyways, before I take off, you guys, I wanted to show you the progress that I made on the flower bag, which isn't that much. It's what I showed you yesterday. But I did the star. So hexagonal. I figured it out, guys. It's hexagonal. So I don't know. I don't know which. I think this is the front. So I did it like this. Did the hexagonal 6 points here. And I'm going to try and figure out how to put it. I'm just going to do it like, I think it's going to be like this. Yeah, that's what it's going to do. We're going to do that like that. And then we're going to work our way, because this is going to act as a square, because it is like the same size of these squares. And I'm just going to do one here, here, you know, and then we're going to work our way to a close. So I started doing that last night, but we were watching Iron Fist and I got caught up in I was like staring, and I got to tell you, it's frustrating crocheting with nails on. So I can't wait to get for these to finally be like, okay, I'm done with your nails. Let me fall off. But that is it for this week. You guys, I did not get to finish my stinking Hexicardi. I'm so sad. This is about as much as I was able to get done. And I think at Michael's, I think they have it there, because since my Joann's is closed, I don't know if the other Joann's is closed. And you guys saw that at Hobby Lobby, I didn't end up getting that red, but I got the black. Now I'm second thinking it. Because I tried to add black onto my granny squares, like, oh, I could just pop in a granny square, just 1 3-post, and then finish it. It was not working out because I had to pull the black into it, and it would have been a lot of cut and snip, and I'm just not gonna no. So I was like, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna get the red with the black flecks, and that'll work perfectly. I just need to get like 5 of them, because I think 2 would be enough for each panel. However, they run pretty thin, I think they're a little larger than this, but smaller than this. So I think if I get 2 for each panel, that would be just enough, but I'm going to get 1 more just in case. All right, you guys, that is it. My battery said I need to charge. I'm at 15%. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's market vlog, or just me trying to figure out how to finish this Hexigardi and that flower bag. Next week will be another project that we will try to get through. You guys have a blessed rest of your Friday, a blessed rest of your weekend, and I will see you next time. Peace out.